you are getting ready to go on a big journey.
Yes. I am producing a video about the endangered bison of North America, but also the last wild ones. We have about 2,000 left that are really truly wild. All the others are behind bars, fences, or have been crossbred with cattle, or have been selected in a way that favors the ones that are not wild. For example, let's say a bison can jump 6 feet up in the air to go over a fence. Well, we've killed all the ones that do that, and we've left the ones that go through the chute without a fight. So that's selective domestication. But bison intrinsically are migratory. They have to go. And no fence is big enough and no person is big enough, and they go. But that irks us because we cannot control them. And that really, really angers a lot of people because we don't have control over their spirit. So I'm documenting that because as we're killing them, we're killing ourselves. We're killing our own wild spirit. Like a wolf, for example. Before I even see a wolf, I always feel them. It's a totally different presence from a cow wandering around in the wilderness or anybody else. I always have my hair stand up. Not in fear, but in recognition. Oh, there's a wild brother. And then when I turn around, I see them. But I always know that they are there before because of that presence. And then they look at you with these yellow eyes and they look straight through your soul, and people cannot bear that. I feel really ready and excited to put everything into boxes or give away what I have, because I believe in circulating everything. And I always get so bogged down by possessions. So I'm really happy about the opportunity to purge and give away. And also I feel really ready because I'm at this point fearless, empty, and loving, meaning that I'm ready to meet the wilderness and the wild animals without fear, with lots of love and no expectations, and to see what they want to communicate. They have been calling me for a long time, and I want to talk to them and see what they have to say. And I would like to share all this with everybody. And so we'll be doing lots of recording and photos and video to share the journey, because it is a blessing. And I always say it is probably going to be breathtaking and heartbreaking, because that's what always happens. It takes my breath away to bear witness to how everything works so intricately well together. But then it also breaks my heart to see what our ignorance is doing to it. Oh, I hurt my knee, and basically Spirit put the brakes on me. And I tore a ligament, and which was really good because I always go, and do. And once the brakes were put on me, I had to just limp around for a while. And I realized it's now or never, because at some point my body won't be able to do this anymore when I'm too old. And also life is too short, and also it's good to also be and not just do. So I made this decision, and I've been wanting to do it anyways, but this really expedited my decision making. Thanks for asking, Vero. You know, that's the biggest blessing that happened to me in a long time. To slow down. And to reconnect with my dreams. Because this needs to be done. And frankly, there is no security in life. So I'm not afraid. Yeah, and I know that it's a benevolent universe. That if we keep circulating and giving, it comes back. At least in my experience. It might be different from what we think, and it might not be opulent and cushy and comfortable, but there's always enough. Yeah. And one of our biggest enemies is comfort. But I believe if you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. So it doesn't mean that I'm riding off into the sunset and everything will be hunky-dory. No, there will be many challenges. And you'll probably see videos of me crying at the body of a dead bison that somebody just slaughtered. But that's part of life. So, I'm giving up my couch basically, and I'll be living in a yurt, a teepee, in a tent. So it'll be cold, wet, and maybe sometimes not that comfortable on a human level, on a Western level. But I love that. I love that. And I actually have this thing, at least once a month I have to sleep on the earth. If I don't, there's something wrong. It connects me back to the pulse of things, to the one life force that runs through all of us. And the earth brought us forth, brought me forth. So I have to connect to her heartbeat. Long in coming since I was a little girl. I've been wanting to do this, and I'm finally doing it like 40 years later. But anyways, so yeah, a wolf behind bars is not a wolf. A bison behind a fence is not a bison, because they're void of their purpose in life. I interviewed a Native American hunter, and he told me that the purpose of the bison is to give life to the humans, to sacrifice their life so humans may live. Now they don't have that purpose. They do get killed, but they don't get eaten anymore. They get just like dissected and studied and moved around, or killed for no purpose. So I'm going to connect with the purpose of the animals as well. Like if you put them in a zoo or in a wildlife park, it's for our amusement and not for their purpose. So it's the same with us humans. I think we put ourselves behind bars to be safe. Fence is a very good example. We have to fence everything, and we have to put an alarm system on everything. We are doing to the animals what we are doing to ourselves, so we don't have to see what we're doing to ourselves. But we are killing the human spirit and the human purpose, and we are much more than we think. We reduce ourselves to this tiny little thing that follows a routine out of fear. But really, if we just stepped up and did our contribution to this world, we would be connected to something greater than our bank account, and then life would really start being different. I am a proponent of do it anyway. And people have always commented on my strength, but really it's not my strength. It's just something I'm letting through, something I am allowing, because we all have it. It's not like there's Elke and she's so strong and she's our heroine and blah blah blah. No, that's another construct of our minds. This is available to all of us, and we can choose to let it in. It is a birthright, and you can do it too. And maybe you have to take smaller steps first, maybe one step at a time. I'm doing a lot of steps at the same time right now. That might be too much for a lot of people, I see that. But take one step. Like, for example, if you see that something is being destroyed that you love, stand up for it. If it's hummingbirds or wolves or a biotope or native plants, or if anything is being poisoned, just stand up for it. Say no. You can keep your job, you can keep your couch, but pick something and say no. Not everybody has to get off their couch. But you will find, though, that if you start this path, you will get off your couch eventually. There will be no more couch. Because there's so much to do. Because you will feel in the end that we are all connected and you're part of a bigger picture, and you will not stop until everybody has enough.
So you think that all these things that you decide to do is it's your passion from your heart.
Yeah.
It's the only way that you can live.
Yes. Yes, I can't shut it down anymore. It's open now. For a while I shut it down to fit in, but it almost killed me. Made me really ill. I can't shut it down anymore. I am that. I am because we are. And I have to stand up for we. And we is everybody. And since I've always had this great rapport with animals, they've always talked to me my whole life, or nature, or trees, or rocks, I will just do that and see where it leads me. Because there's so much wisdom in a rock, or in a tree, Or an animal that's been around millions of years, like the bison. The bison has been feeding us for a long time. We humans have only been around for 200,000 years, but those guys have been around for millions of years. So they know more. So they want to take their purpose again and feed us.
Well, thank you for your passion.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's very inspiring.
I feel very passionate.
It is. It's emotional. I'm like crying.
That's good.
But I like how you're connecting with the wild spirit, and I think it'd be interesting to learn more about that. What is that?
Because there's two things. There's the actual animal, but then there's the animal spirit. And I communicate with the animal spirit through the animal. But that doesn't mean now that the animal is my friend and I can treat it like a human. No. The animal itself is still wild, and we need to respect that and all the boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
But the animal spirit is my friend. And I can always talk to the animal spirit.
Is that what makes you fearless in a way? Because you have that communication?
Yeah, and also because I don't do stupid things. I don't go between a mother and her grizzly and her cubs. I am there, and that I'm going to leave again, and that they rule, and that if it's between them and I will retreat, because it's their last bastion, and I will not disturb them, and I will watch, and I will not approach them, feed them, want a photo opportunity, a filming opportunity. And if you visit me, I'm not stalking any dens, I'm not putting up blinds. I hate that. We are selling pictures of wolves, during mating or whatever. It makes me ill. We are selling pictures of wolves in a den. We are putting trail cameras up everywhere like this, as if they were things. But I always say to people, how would you like it if at night I came to your bedroom? But if we don't have that connection, we see them as something that we sell, use, wear, eat. But it's not true. They're our fellow beings on this path. And as long as we're disconnected from them and we don't see that, we will lead lonely lives. Fearful, disconnected, lonely, separate. There will be no connection. And ultimately, we can only protect that which we love and we're connected to. And it is the end of separation that will set us all free. Because if we just to fight the government or the ranchers, and we say, oh, we love wolves, and those horrible ranchers, those horrible government people, well, we're all the same. We're all connected. The ranchers are us too. The government is us. Meditation, go there in nature, sit next to a tree, connect. Because your life will never be the same when you do that. And you will be much more of a light in this world.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.